What's up, guys? Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. Wow, that's tough. What's going on? Good to see you guys here. How funny is this? This is the setup we were talking about on the other stream. I don't know if you guys were here for it. Freaking miss it twice. Most annoying, brutal thing ever. Especially because it's just ripping. Well, kinda. If it filled me. If it dropped 0.2 more percent, it's up. Oh my gosh, it's up 10% from the buy-in. It's annoying, but hey, it happens. It happens. Do I know anything about copy trading on Binance? No, I don't. I didn't know they had copy trading. Nice. You caught some link. I'm still in a long from, I think it was this retest of Monday's low. I'd have to check. But it would have been nice to catch another entry. It would have been almost like an instant 3R if it filled. So, it is what it is. Hey Trader Cause, what to expect for ETH? Yeah, we'll talk about Ethereum a little bit. Some people started panicking. And I get it dropped like 10%, so it's a little scary. 8.5. But we'll talk about that. We'll give people a little bit longer to come into the stream, and then we'll start with Ethereum, and then we'll kind of just see what else we want to talk about. So, what do you think about ETH? I'm waiting for a pullback to jump in longs. I think this was our pullback, man. I think that was the pullback, but I could be wrong. I'll give people a couple more minutes. I blocked this guy who was being annoying today. I honestly should just stop responding to people when they're just clearly trying to be a troll. Brendan Fix. Yeah, I'm gonna turn on the face cam. I'm waiting for it to come in the mail. Chris, good to see you here again. I'm doing well. How are you? I love my fellow Germans in the chat. It's always good to see. Couple more minutes and then we'll talk about Ethereum. I wonder if Grayscale has been buying anymore. Let's see. Is it this one? Refresh. I don't know how often this updates, but it hasn't changed since yesterday. So the 24-hour change, maybe they just haven't done anything. They're selling Ethereum Classic, guys. I have not even looked at this coin in so long. What is it even at? $7? Hey, I have a range on there. Who knows? I drew this range in May of 2019. Look at that. That's pretty cool though. That's been pretty key. I have no interest in trading Ethereum Classic though. Sean, what's up, Sean? My man. Sean really likes YFII if you want. What is YFII? Is it like a fork of YFI? Yearn? Wow. This resistance has been tagged like 12 times. Maybe a little. There you go. Flip that and Wi-Fi is going to the moon. Okay, let's see. Cause Buddy, love the vids. Cheers from the East Coast. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate that. This time of day is way better for Chris. Doing well these days. How about you? I'm doing well. I'm excited about Ethereum. Edward, you're here from Sean. Yeah, Sean's one of my best advertisers. Peter Schiff here. Oh, whoever's here with Peter Schiff's name, respect. ETH, yeah, we're about to talk about ETH. Aave's going up so much because it's a DeFi season. We still might see 1610. Yeah, I think that's possible. Might be a little lower than I'd like to see it go, but this is kind of. I was looking at this earlier, so we'll talk about ETH now. We got some people here. Mike Novo saying Ethereum's going to be much bigger than BTC on MicroStrategies. Does he mean like he thinks Ethereum is going to be bigger than Bitcoin, or MicroStrategy is going to hold more Ethereum? Hi, Peter. Like the stream, everyone. Thank you, bro. Yeah, likes are appreciated. Then we can get some YouTube, some people from YouTube in here, not just the CT homies. But I got nothing's wrong with I love my CT guys. Okay, so we'll talk about this. Yesterday, we talked about how Ethereum's been just printing ranges the entire way up, and those have been good for scalping. I took one stop out yesterday, full disclosure, because that's how we do it here. I was trading this little range. Sorry, that's not right. Like this. I was trading this range, and when it got back in, there was like a 3-minute breaker or something like that. So I longed it here at like 1653. And then it nuked. Well, pushed up nicely. I was probably at 1 or 2R, but my stop was right there, and so that got tagged. So like these scalps, they don't work every single time, but they really let you compound and just can keep getting on board in a in a trending environment. But so today we dumped down to 1570. Had a nice bounce there, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't awake. This was like really early in the morning. Here, let's use the replay tool, just because that's an easier way to make it look. I'm pretty sure after people saw this, they were like, okay, we're back above this low, super strong buyback. Like this is pushing up, the low is in. And so I think a lot of people were buying here with their stop loss at that low. Okay, I do not know how to use the replay tool, clearly. With their stop loss at that low. What's this mean? Jump to, play, forward. Just want to go a candle. So then it's pushing up, dips down, starts coming down even more. Actually, I was awake by then. I was looking at this and I was like, oh, nice little consolidation pattern. Probably consolidate from here and push. I didn't buy any because I would have only tried to buy if I could catch it a little lower. So then it started to nuke and stopped everyone out. So everyone that thought this buyback was super bullish, like 5% in an hour, that bought in, they all got stopped out because I would assume their stop losses were there or even tighter. And then we took out that low, got back above, that was a nice little retest of it. I was DMing Sean during that. Let me see. Try and find it. It's funny because it was literally right there. I sent him this, and I'm like, this needs to hold right now, or this is gonna get bloody. So I sent him that. We held it and started to push up. Okay, end replay mode. But I kind of just wanted us to look at that one step at a time because I wanted to go through what people were probably thinking here because, I mean, I probably would have been thinking the same thing. Like that buyback did look bullish, but everyone put their stop loss there and they got stopped out. And so this is the range that we're trading in. This is the main thing I'm watching right now, and I'll explain these two other levels in a sec. Let me just catch up on the chat. Get off perp, high time frame, please. Where do I see Link going? I think Link's next target will be $30 psychological. So yeah, back to what you were saying, Young Ho, about Mike Novo. I did not hear that, but let me know if you... Oh, you said ETH greater than BTC. I don't think Ethereum could ever be greater than BTC because it's not truly decentralized. Like, they're still kind of in charge of how many Ethereum are out there. It doesn't have a fixed supply. Whereas with Bitcoin, like, no one controls it. So that's why I think Bitcoin has more upside. Bitcoin's one of the few, like, true cryptocurrencies. Power of 3 by Rectproof. Yeah, Rectproof is a G. I miss that guy. He's been moving in to his new place, and so he hasn't been super active. What do I write in my journal exactly? Okay, I can pull that up. We'll talk about journaling. Sorry, let me just catch up. I send Sean a lot of messages. Yeah, we talk quite a bit. Anything wrong with punting a short here since the stop is so obvious? Are you talking about with this sweep? Honestly, like if you were playing this low time frame, that's exactly what I kind of was looking for. Like put in a high, sweep it into this supply, and then push down to here. So that would have been a great scalp short if you like entered it after it closed below, stop at the high, nice like 2R scalp short. But I didn't enter it. I would rather just buy the dip on the long. Had my bids open at 1550, but hey, still have my... Did they? Oh, man. Yeah, so you missed those just barely. Sorry to hear that, Chris. Yeah, that would have been a great fill. Wait, are you guys seeing one man emoji or a woman in a male sign? Oh, I think it's a woman with a male sign. What do you write exactly in your journal? Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that ETH Power 3. It does look similar. I don't know. I'm not the Power of 3 genius. Do you trade purely TA, or do you have some long-term investments based on FA? Yeah, I have some FA stuff. FTT was one of those. Was one of my FA things. Let me pull up a thread. See, we're kind of going all over the place. I'll talk to you guys about FTT really quick. So, this was a FA play. If you guys like, yeah, I think we're definitely pushing over 1700. I think that could happen today or tomorrow. Okay, so this was a more fundamental play on FTT. I'm not going to read the whole thing because you guys can go do that yourself. But basically, I really liked FTT because FTX is an exchange I believe in. I believe in Sam as the CEO. And it's a coin that they're actually using right now. So many of these coins that we're seeing are just like ideas. They're ideas of a project, but some are actually in use, like FTT. So here, I'll, where do I post this? Let me drop this link in the chat if you guys want to read through it later. Oops. Here we go. Can you see that? That should have gone. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to see it. But yeah, so that's like an example of a fundamental play that I had. All right, so let's go back to, and I still have it. Like I'm still holding pretty much all my FTT. I think it's a great investment. Okay, so up here we have 30-minute supply. Here we've got a 30-minute breaker. This was the up move that led to the sweep of this low. Break in structure. We broke back above this consolidation, and now we're retesting it. Sorry that it looks messy. I'll delete this line. But yeah, so that's what those levels are. 30-minute breaker, 30-minute supply. We got our sweep into supply, retest of the breaker. This might be it. We don't necessarily have to get a sweep here. So that could have been the dip. Yeah. But I guess I just wanted to explain where those levels were from. So, I don't understand the hype behind FTTs and not like BNB. It's similar, but I would say FTT is like, it's such a lower beta play to me. Like, it doesn't have the same downside risk as most cryptocurrencies. Like, just look at this chart, man. The most drawdown it's ever had is like 20%. And when I was high on it, the chart looked like this. I was like, this thing literally was just super consistent, and with all the alt rallies, it's been able to kind of go parabolic. But I just liked it as a safe, lower beta play with something actually behind it, and that is an exchange, a CEO, what I think is the fastest growing and best exchange. So that was kind of the idea behind FTT. All right, we'll keep an eye on this. If this flips the range high, guys, that is a obvious long to me. Or if we take out this low and then get back above the mid range, I might take a long. Might take a long on stream if we get that, actually. So we'll keep an eye on that. What's up, Democryptus? Democryptus, good to see you here. Okay, you guys wanted to talk about journaling. So I'm going to copy this, put it here. Just a sec. I could throw it in a Google sheet so you guys kind of see. You want me to do that? You guys want me to put the template in a Google sheet so you guys can use it later? I'll do that. Let me open a Google sheet on my Michelangelo very little ETH talk. Do you mean I didn't talk about ETH much? Should definitely have a larger drawdown at some point. Yeah, Sean, I completely agree. I think there is a bigger drawdown coming now, but I still like the upside. Okay, guys, I'm going to pull up a Google sheet on my other monitor really quick and then paste this into it. Just trying to, what in the world? Sorry guys, this is giving me a little trouble. Google Sheets. Go to Google Sheets. Logged in as me. Blank. There we go. All right. Here we have a blank sheet. Delete that. All right. You guys still with me? Gold is hard to be safe when knocked back by gold. Yeah. Yeah. Peter Schiff, man. Gold is the best thing in the world. Okay. Oops. Wait, can I highlight all these and expand them all just because? Whoa. I take it back. Frick. I'm used to using Excel, not Google Sheets, so bear with me. Figured this might be easier. All right. Okay. Do you want to talk about ETH more? If you guys have specific questions about ETH, let me know. 50K ETH in March. I doubt it. If you guys have any specific questions about this, we can talk about Ethereum more. If not, we can talk about some journaling. I really don't care. I'm fine with talking about either. I feel like I kind of laid out both of my plans that I'm looking for on Ethereum. If we sweep this and then break back above the mid-range, we'll look for a long. If we break the range high, we'll look for a long, and I'll take these. Oh, okay, yeah, we can look at ETHBTC quickly. If we get either of those setups, like, I'll take those while we're here. ETHBTC still looks good. I would like these. These weekly SR levels are no joke. Okay. We broke above the weekly SR, anchored off this level, support here, resistance, like 4 times. We finally flipped it. I expect a lot of expansion here. 0.054 is the first resistance level. Next, 0.07. After that, you kind of just got to leave a moon bag open if this really keeps ripping. If this gets to 0.054 while Bitcoin is at 37.7, since it's literally just a ratio, 0.054 times, Ethereum would be at 2,037. If it gets up to 0.054, which I see as the first resistance, and Bitcoin stays here. If Bitcoin pushes up to 40K, then it's even higher. Does that make sense though? So this still looks really good. We flipped this lower time frame SR level. We kind of triple topped there, flipped it right here. We're starting to push away. Just kind of looking for some more expansion on this. Does that answer what you were wondering about, Miko or Miko? You wanted to see more ETH. We've got our plans laid out, and we're just waiting for triggers. Do I see it breaking back under 0.04? No, it should not. It should not lose this level right here. If it does, I would want it to just like be a quick wick into this H4 demand, 4-hour demand. Like I would just want it to be something like that and then keep pushing higher. But yeah, I don't really see a reason why it has to go back down there. We've flipped this level. Now I just want to see it push up. Sniped by AMI. What's up, brother? Thanks, mate. Did you look at ETHBTC? Yeah, so we just checked that out. Midterm target for ETH. Guys, I still think this could hit 2,000 by February 8th, which is like 4 days away, so that's getting kind of close. Maybe that'll be a couple days off, but that was the original thesis. Can you explain more? You think ETH is going to have a bigger dip? Not necessarily. I think the low is in right here. And I bought some here on this sweep. My stop is right below that low at like 1,555. And I'll probably move my stop up on the other scalps I took that I've been trailing up to this low. I think that's our new invalidation. I think if we break below that, we might go a little further. What happens, Demo Cryptus, I do something similar, but on a paper journal, any website you use for statistics and such. I've used EdgeWonk, but I kind of just like using an Excel spreadsheet. I think any of the statistics, it's like you can calculate some of them yourself. But no, I don't use any of the programs. If CoinMarketMan, I think it's called, when they launch on FTX, I might use that just because then it'll do some automatic journaling for me. What happens after CME futures open? I don't think it's going to be the same as Bitcoin in 2017, but I think we could have a short-term local top there. I think the day it launches is kind of bearish. I think it's being priced in. Like when it got announced, let me see when that news article came out. ETH CME futures announcement. December 16th. I've pulled this up on like every stream. But December 16th is when they announced that they would add Ethereum futures. So December 16th here, this day. And we are up 175% since then. So yes, this is bullish, but I think it's being priced in already. Koa, they added it already? I didn't see an announcement for it or anything. So yeah, I think the CME futures, I think that's priced in already. And I think it's going to be a sell the news event once it actually launches. So I will be looking to take some profit around February 8th. I think like there's going to be peak euphoria. I think people are going to start throwing out some crazy targets, and I think that's a good time to put in a local top. And honestly, we formed some nice 12-hour demand right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if what we get is push up, going crazy, whatever. We hit 2K on February 8th. My time frame might be a little off. Something like this. Okay, let's pretend that I drew that up more vertical. So let's say we push here, hit 2K, everyone's super euphoric, and then I think that's when we maybe get a retest of this. Something like that. Am I going to sell on my spot? No, I will definitely not. I don't like to touch my spot just in case. Just in case it keeps ripping. I'm never going to let myself be like fully sidelined. I don't want to try and get cute with my spot and then end up losing a bunch of it and having to buy back higher. So, close my ETH long for Doji scalp. I believe in the CME narrative. What do you think the best entry you can get now? I think if it breaks out of this range to the upside, flip 1700, you long it from 1700 to 2000. When you compare FTT to the centralized exchange against all the new DEX wave, which option do you think is better choice for the long term? I don't really know a lot about the DEX wave, so I mean that's just like decentralized exchanges, right? I don't know enough about it yet, so I'm not sure. No, it's launching on that day, February 8th. Oops. It's my this isn't even what I wanted to go to. I closed the tab, but yeah, it's launching on February 8th. Is there a percentage of spot I'm planning on selling? No, I'm not going to touch any of my long-term spot, but what I will, like maybe I'll just open a head short or something like that. We'll see what happens. I haven't fully decided yet. I'm definitely taking profit on my leverage longs up there, the ones that I've been building up in this whole range. The longs I've been building up since like here. I've just been adding leverage longs. I've been paying an arm and a leg in funding. Got in heavier here and then heavier here when we broke above. So I haven't paid much funding on those, but I will be taking a bunch of profit on my leverage longs. Might close all the leverage longs on February 8th. And then my long-term Ethereum spot I will not touch. And I told you guys in a different video that what I've kind of been doing is on FTX, when I like win some trades, have some USD sitting in the account, I've just been converting that into Ethereum, because this Ethereum to 2K, or Ethereum breaking above this 1400, was one of my higher conviction plays, and so I wanted as much exposure as I could get. So I was kind of just consistently converting my ETH profit, or sorry, my trading profit into Ethereum. So I'll probably convert some of that out of Ethereum, maybe back into Bitcoin once we get there. We'll see. But, you know, if Bitcoin goes on a tear, like, I wouldn't even consider selling Ethereum spot until we get to this first resistance level. I don't think there's any reason to. Can I take a look at, does that answer it? All those questions? If I didn't get to it, let me know. That's a crazy looking daily candle. Man, I really would have caught such a nice wick. I'm going to delete that so I stop being sad. Gotta move on. Yeah, Link looks good. I think if it breaks above last week's Monday's high, you can look to long it more, or a pullback to that mid-range. See how this has been held it there. Resistance, 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 resistance there. Quick support, resistance, broke back above. So that level's been pivotal. If it comes back here, you can long it and then add to your long above Monday's high. When will be the day that I'm touching my Ethereum bag? It's a good question. I really don't know. Maybe if ETHBTC hits a... if ETHBTC... I'd probably look to trim some off here. If we get above that, I'll add some back on, and then I'll look to play this level. When we get to this level, I'll trim some off. Maybe if it dips down, I'll add it back on, or when it gets back above, I'll add it back on. And then once we're above 0.07, I probably won't sell any ETH until here or this weekly supply right there. So, yeah, Link looks really good. I'm really bullish on Link. Yeah, but that's how I would play it, probably. Let me try and clean it up. Oh, flip. Let's see. I would probably play it like... target that high, but honestly, maybe just trim some off there in case we sweep, and then if we retest this as support, you add back on. But something like that. That's kind of what I would be looking for. Rocus, yeah, let me read those levels for you. So this one right here, so you can see it better, is 0.054. Oh my gosh. This one right here is 0.07. And this one is 0.12. Could you explain how you build your leverage long position? Yeah. So those ranges I was talking about yesterday, like, I mean, drawn very roughly, it was like around there. It was around here. I think we were using this around there. So basically when I'm trading each of those, I'm looking for sweeps of the low or flips of the range high to add some long exposure. And then I will, if I'm trading like the sweep of the low, like for instance, I bought some here. I don't remember exactly what it was. I think it was 1574. I will take some off at the range high, but then on a flip of that, I'll add back on, because I think we could just sweep this and then maybe come back down. Like maybe this range is a little longer than I expect, but it's basically you're taking these low time frame ranges, you're buying sweeps of the low or reclaims of the high, and then taking profit if it gets rejected at the range high, and or if it sweeps the range high, take some profit, and then just keep trailing your stop up. So once this breaks out of here, my stop loss for all my Ethereum leverage long goes to right there. Let me know if that answers your question. Do you guys want to talk about journaling, or should we keep looking at Ethereum? King Mitch, he's a great guy. He deserves a follow. Up only. I hope so. You want to talk about journaling? All right, we'll talk about journaling. Yo, Mitch. Mitch is here. Mitch is in the chat. What a guy. All right, what did I miss? So you start with small position. I'm taking like normal size positions on those scalps. It's just like normal scalping size position, and then it's just compounding, essentially. Let me tweet just in case more people want to talk about journaling. But now that we have Mitch here, I don't really care who else joins. We're set. Journal had me sold. All right, people want to learn about journaling. Honestly, guys, journaling is what kind of took my trading to the next level. Here's an example of what it'll look like. I kind of just copied my theme from my Excel. I like Excel more, but I figured I would just put it here. So yeah, journaling is what took my trading to the next level, because like that's the only way to really learn what you're good at, what you can do better, stuff like that. When you start journaling more, you start learning about your statistics, which of your setups are the best, which, like, if you're consistently being front ran, your bids are just barely missing, then journaling can help you with that, because if you see that over and over again, you can make an adjustment. And or if like on the other hand, if your bids are, if you're consistently spending time underwater in your trades, then maybe there's a change you can make, or whatever it is. And then when you have whatever setups you take, whether it's like a supply demand, or it's your breaker, or it's your range, whatever your setups are, you can start to see your strike rate for each of those. Okay, everyone's talking about Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'll talk about Demon Finder in a sec. Where's Wi-Fi? How do you guys pronounce it? Wi-Fi? Like the internet Wi-Fi? Oh no. Hey, tag Monday's high. Might be a nice long here. Triple stop into Monday's high. I don't know what this is for though. What's happening? Let's see if we get a setup here. If we do take out this low, then this becomes our level that we want to flip. Does anyone know what happened? Like, did some news come out or something like that? Some Wi-Fi FUD? Like, this is some Arthur type of price action. This is all within like 20 minutes. No, a little longer, like an hour. Wi-Fi increasing tokens, max supply, shot themselves in the foot. Yeah, that'll do it. That is a shot to the foot. Oh well. Let's see. All right, there's our dip. It could go a little lower. Maybe it goes there. But once we get this move down and then get back above the mid-range, we could have a nice long setup. Of course, we get a little... What does exploit mean? What does Wi-Fi exploit mean? Can you explain it to me like I'm 6 years old? Sean's here. Sean's a smart guy. Sean, explain this Wi-Fi exploit to me like I'm 6. No, like I'm 4. Explain it to me like I'm 4. Hack. Oh. Okay. I know that word. Can you see Rune? Bro, Rune is super bullish. I would just trail my stop up with Rune. I don't know where you're in from, but stop there or there is probably safe. Took out that low, pushed up. You'd probably be safe with a stop there. When it's in price discovery, I would just trail my stop up. So if I was in, I would put my stop right there. It's been hacked. Sean doesn't have the info, but someone hacked Wi-Fi and drained DAI from the vault. That sucks. Let's see what the smart people are saying about it. Let's see if Hasaka... He knows all the Wi-Fi stuff. I knew it. We've noticed that V1 wide-eyed vault has suffered an exploit. It's been mitigated. That's tough. Okay. Yeah, that is what we just saw. Well, at least it isn't like some Bitcoin or Ethereum FUD, because I feel like that could pull things down a bit. Okay, should we go back to journaling now that we've figured out what's wrong with Wi-Fi? I don't know where this dips to, but I think when it bounces, we look for it to flip the mid-range and this level. So that's what we'll keep an eye out for. ETHBTC doesn't like it. It'll be okay. As long as we hold above here. Might see a bounce from this 15-minute demand. Or we might take out these lows, these marginally higher lows, and retest the origin of this impulse. But honestly, as long as we don't like close a daily candle back below 0.042, then we should be fine. Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with testing this 4-hour demand. I wouldn't be too worried about that. All right. We'll see what happens. If you get stopped out of your trade, though, I'm confused why you don't long the dip. Why wait for the flip of support? Basically, flipping this level would add confidence to my trade. So Like this, I don't know how far this could dip. It could come down here and then go up. It could come down here and then go up. Or maybe it just keeps going down. Like we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but if it pushes up from here and flips this level, then I have more confirmation that the low is in right there. So that's kind of my my 2 cents. One sec, guys. Okay. I wonder if this is going to get a... Didn't Wi-Fi have something like this before? I don't remember. I can't keep track. Look at Uni. But you would buy the dip before? When, Keegan? Or... Like, it depends. This dip I bought because structurally we had this range. We lost it. We broke below the range low, started to push, and retested it. So like this was a long setup for me. But longing this right here, it's just kind of in the middle of in the middle of nowhere. So I need like a specific setup before buying. Yeah, I'll look at Uni. Where is that guy? Here we go. This thing kind of looks like ETH pre-breakout. Like I get this kind of structure looks like this did, but the bigger picture structure looks a lot different. I mean, this thing's bullish, but I wouldn't buy up here, you know, like it just feels like guesswork. It feels, I mean, this, let's see. Like since it started trending here, 22 days and up 260%, I would rather wait it out on that than try and catch the top. Like I think the fundamentals of it are great. I think this is a good coin to hold long term, but I probably wouldn't be taking any fresh trades up here. We'll see if the daily closes below here, but that would be a sweep of that high. So I would probably stay away in terms of leverage trades right now. Okay. So do you guys want to talk about journaling again? This will be interesting. We'll see what happens. But hey, so let me clear this. If we do get that push, it's kind of ignored this level, but if we do get that push back above here, then my invalidation is this low for like a day trade up to the range high. So you could look for something like this. I think would be a very fair trade. We'll see what happens. I wonder if the whole market is kind of pulling back on that Wi-Fi news. Bitcoin's barely moving. Oh yeah, Demon Finder. We'll talk about that. Okay. Let's go back to journaling, and if Ethereum gets back above 1635, we'll start paying closer attention. So, like I was kind of saying before, journaling is what helped me take my trading to the next level, because you just get so much info, you get so much data on your setups. You see, like, you can't just trust your brain to remember every single thing from your trading. You know, like if you journal for a while, a few months, you have tons of data of what your charts looked like on entry that you can go back and study. You can see if your reasoning has made sense, or if your reasoning for exiting was fear or greed, and you can write that down in here. Demon Finder is I learned that from Dante, Let me look if I can. I thought it was, oh yeah, here it is. I literally just Googled it. Let's go. That's clutch. Okay. Demon Finder is a concept that I learned from Trader Dante on Twitter. And here it is. So basically, it's something that made you mess up your trade. Let's see, when is this from? 2016. That's a throwback. I'm surprised I found this. So if you exited too soon and you've done that 10 times in a row, you should probably, you probably have a emotional issue that you need to figure out before you can be a successful trader. If you're just taking trades that you didn't plan, you do that 10 times, give it a rest. You gotta figure something out. Wrong size, incorrect stop placement, not part of your plan, enter too late, FOMO, enter too soon, expecting something to happen. That's what I would have to check off if I entered here. I'd be like, I think it's gonna go up and do this and then push higher, but that would be entering too soon. Exited too soon, that could be agreed, you wanted to lock in your profit before it dipped down, but it wasn't at resistance. Exited too late, it hit your target and you thought it would keep pushing and you didn't stick to your plan. So that's kind of the Demon Finder. So when I am journaling, if I make a mistake like that, I'll be like, exited too soon, didn't follow plan, and took profit before resistance because I got greedy. And then you could summarize that with greed here. And then I do a wrap text. I don't know where it is on Sheets because I said I use Excel. Text color. Where's wrap? Text wrapping. There we go. And then it's all in your little section. And I like to put notes in. So if I enter a trade, I'll take the TradingView screenshot, right? Put it in here. That's our, there we go. We got our entry in. What kind of setup is it? Well, we'll just say it's a 15-minute breaker. Put in your entry and stop, and then after you close it, you'll put in your exit. What are you risking on the trade? Maybe you have $1,000 of risk on it. Position size, direction, that's just long, short, what pair it is, and the date. And so I'll put in date, pair, direction, position size, risk, entry, stop loss, entry chart, the setup, and if I'm feeling any emotions beforehand, if I'm scared buying a dip, but trust in the system, something like that. And then any notes. This is kind of my favorite part because sometimes I just have thoughts that don't fit in here. I'll be I can look up, I guess, in my journal what I've written before, but I don't know. I don't know if you guys have been following me for long enough, but I used to post, I would write notes in my iPad, notes / expectations of what I'm looking for. So let's say, hey, I was too busy on the freaking stream. We didn't set any, we forgot to set limits, guys. Well, I forgot to. I don't know what anyone else did, but that literally tagged the mid-range perfectly. What the heck? That's a little annoying. Whatever. The other trade we were talking about, this one that was here. If I was looking to long this and it's I wanted to write some more information, we got front ran twice. I would write I don't know, been pretty bullish on Link recently, and we just swept the previous low, forming blah, blah, blah. else? Other thoughts / notes. I think we'll get a sweep of Monday's high this week. Bullish on alts and the rest of the market as a whole, and wouldn't be surprised if Link was one of the leaders or something like that. You know, I just like to write things like that. I mean, I didn't take that trade, and I'm kind of trying to think of this on the spot, but this kind of gives you an idea of what I write in that notes section. And then after I close the trade, where is my, I must have not copied that over. After result, I have a exit chart so that I have my entry, and then let's say I have my exit. Like, let's say I played this better, okay? Not better. Let's just say I got my fill, and it was like this. I would take a screenshot here saying, all right, I just got filled, so I'll take a screenshot of that, upload it, and then this goes forward. Then I take a screenshot right here and say exited. And then, like at the end of the week or something like that, we can review your trades for the week, and you're like, oh, okay, so I exited here, and what happened for the rest of the week? You know, did it keep pushing a lot higher? Should I have only closed 70% of it and trailed my stop? But then once you have like 50 trades that you've journaled about, and you're like, you can back test with the trades, those specific trades that you took, even though like it would take some time to do this, but no one said this whole thing was going to be easy. You could back test and see like, all right, what would it have looked like if I took 30% off the table every single, if I took 70% off the table when it hit my target and trailed the remaining 30%. And you can like go back and look. You had your exit chart, and then you can pull up the current chart and see what happened after that. So I think it's really convenient to see the entry and the exit chart, because those are good things for review to see what you did well at, what you could have done better at, things like that. Let's see. Sorry guys, I'm just checking my phone. Let me know if you have any questions. I will read the chat in a second. Okay. Sean misses the handwritten journals or the notes. Yeah, those were fun. Maybe I'll start doing those again. On average, how many trades per day do you do? How much time do you use on journaling? When do you fill out the journal? So I try to have my journal on one monitor, and I'll be trading on the other monitor. And like right when I enter a trade, I try and fill out the first few things, capture my emotions, write some notes as I'm entering it. So I try and do that at the beginning, and then I try and do it right when I exit the trade, but I won't always. Sometimes during the weekend when I have a little bit more time, I'll catch up on some journaling. And you can always, like, to keep the charts clean in it or whatever, like if this was the trade we entered and it's like, I just want the screenshot of when it hit the exit, like you're not LARPing on Twitter with these screenshots. You can, like, for your own records, you can use the replay tool and take your screenshot. Or like if you forgot to take a screenshot right when you entered the trade, that's probably when it's even more useful. You can be like, okay, this is what my setup looked like, you know? So yeah, pretty easy. How many trades do I enter on average a day? I try to stick around 20 trades in a month. But sometimes I'll be trading more actively. Like on Ethereum, because I really have had a lot of conviction about this move. I've been watching a lot of 5-minute charts, which I don't usually do. So this month it's been a little more. Can I share a link for the journal template? I think so. I mean, you guys can just take a screenshot of it too, but I guess I can post it in the chat. Let's see. And then you guys can copy it. It doesn't need to be trade journal. I'm gonna do this over here, and I'll put the chart up so you guys can look at that while we wait while I figure this out. Share, change to anyone with the link. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys be a viewer. That way you can just see it, highlight it, copy it, and put it wherever you want. Here you go, fam. All right, I just dropped it. I just dropped the link in the chat. Do I ever get inconsistent with journaling? Yes, I have before, and when I do, my trading suffers. So, I try to do everything I can to not get inconsistent with it. Can I provide the template? Yep. Could you share the template? Yep. Yo, Bruder V Gates, what's up? Good to see you in here, man. I think you've been in like every stream I've done. Stieber. I'm doing well. How are you? Let's see, off topic, but I was in the big Elon Doji spike and I took profits way too early. Any tips for how to take profits on those crazy euphoric moves? So I haven't really traded many of those euphoric moves. I try and stay out of them. Like, I did jump in at the very beginning, but I was like, okay, I'm not gonna stay in this. Like, I'm pretty sure I traded it from like 11 cents. Sorry, not 11 cents. 1.1 cents to like 1.6. But I don't know. I just think those are such anomalies. No trading system that I know of is really built around those kind of FOMO pumps or whatever, and they're just too rare to, like, I don't know, have it be like your main. This is pretty funny. Your main strategy. But I would just say, like, trail your stop up. This is the same kind of thing we do on other trades, like just with the 5-minute market structure. And we've talked about this in probably every stream, but I'll go over it really quick because I realize some of you are not in every single stream. So let's say you nailed the exact bottom. Your stop is like down here. Breaks this high, pulls back. We made a low. You wait for this high to break, and then you can move your stop up to the low. Once it broke, I probably would have moved it to this one. And then we put in a new high. All right, so now this is the level we need to break. And then you can move it up to here or whatever the low is after breaking that. So right now, your stop is at 0.011. We're going, okay, we tagged the high. Now we really broke it. We broke the high, so you could at least move your stop up to right here, if not like here, or even there if you want to trail it even tighter. Just whatever the most recent high or low before the high was broken. Okay? So now we're going. Starts to pull back. Okay, so it looks like we have another high up here. We want to trail our stop to the next high or low after that high gets broken. So let's see. Let's see if we get tagged out, because I don't know if there were some big wicks down. Okay, we smashed that. Now our stop is moved up here. And each time we move our stop, we're locking in more profit. You're not going to sell the exact top by doing this, but you'll be able to secure more profit. All right, so now let's see. Starting to pull back. Honestly, if you're trailing this really aggressively, it started to pull back. This could be your next high. as soon as that breaks. Okay, it broke that. If you're trailing it more aggressively, you could be here or you could still be down there. Whatever you want to do. Depends how aggressive you want to be. But there you go. You get stopped out right here. You're not trying to call the top. You don't sell the top. It was the next higher low before the top, so it ended up not being like you didn't even really sell close. You left 40% on the table, but that's better than, oh, this is starting to pull back. I'm getting nervous. I'm just going to take profit here and get out. This is more systematic. It's not based on your emotions. And then you're out. And now looking back at it, if you sold at this higher low, I think you're pretty dang happy if that was your exit. Like, that's not bad. Does that make sense? What's up, Marathon Charts? Soon they won't be anomalies when she... yeah, every time Mia Khalifa posts, just sell. The stream will be able to watch again. Yes, you can. Trust Swap. I don't know anything about Trust Swap. Maybe I'll look into it one day. Demo Cryptus. How did I get into crypto? A buddy of mine in school told me about it. He said he was day trading Litecoin and Bitcoin. And then that was the first time I got into it. You put your stop loss to the before structure before the breakout. If breakout, the structure trend change. No worries about the English. It's not everyone's first language. Well, I'll try and explain it. Basically, I put the stop loss at the low before the high is broken. And then after the high is broken, you can move it up to that higher low. Does that make sense? How old am I? I'm 23. What's up, Marathon Charts? I don't know if I said that already. Yep, I'm 23 years old. All right. Is my buddy still trading? He does a little bit. I definitely got into it more than he did. He kind of stopped after we nuked down to 3K after hitting 20, but he still holds some crypto. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it a stream here, but this is what we're looking for. I'm young, I guess. 23. I mean, yeah, relatively speaking, 23 is still young. You're turning 24 this month. Happy early birthday, bro. Yeah, okay. So I hope the journaling stuff helps. I'm still looking for the same scenario on Ethereum. If we get that, I think it'll be a good long. If we don't, then it is what it is. But if this happens, I think you could enter something like this. It's not the sexiest R, but this is the type of position you can trail. If it sweeps this high, take some off. If it keeps pushing up, like if it goes like this, here, breaks above, you move your stop loss to here, then you move your stop loss up to there, and you keep a little bit of this open all the way to 2K. And so maybe with 40% of this, you capture 7 or 8 R. So that's my plan on Ethereum. Turning 18 in September. You are absolutely very young. It's good you're doing this early, man. It'll pay off. I got into it when I was 18 or 19. I think I was soon turning 19. Twitter, yeah, just at TraderCause on Twitter. I guess I have to not assume that every single person in the chat is from Twitter. If some YouTube people tune in, that is my Twitter. No problem for the update. Saw some hype about Litecoin. Yeah, Litecoin it's starting to look better. I'm starting to warm back up to it. But I want to see I want to at least see us break like above that, get some bullish market structure on the LTC BTC chart, and then we can get a little deeper in Litecoin. All right, no problem, guys. Thank you all for being here. It was a lot of fun. We'll keep them coming. I'll talk to you guys soon.